Hi everyone, welcome to another Tarot Pick a Card reading. Thank you so much for being here and I hope that you're all doing great. Today's reading is about messages. What do they want you to know? What are their feelings, their intentions, their potential actions, the timing, and of course the advice. We have three piles as usual. Number 1, green aventurine and clover. Number 2, LAPIS lazuli and the moon. Number 3, CITRINE and the sun. Pause the video if you need more time, and I will continue with our readings. Thank you. If you have chosen the clover and the green aventurine, this is going to be your reading. So let's see. What do they want you to know? Four of Swords, Three of Cups, the Lovers, Seven of Wands, Five of Swords, Three of Coins, and Page of Coins. Woman, Birds, House, Cross, Rider. Okay. I wish to be like you. It's all too much. I have to let you go to find myself. Why do I deserve someone like you? Childhood trauma. King of Coins, Judgment, Eight of Wands, very good. Star, Sparks, Trust, Horse, Short Journey, Sun, Happiness and Well-being, Cup, you should accept valid criticism, January, okay. You have chosen the clover, and this energy feels quiet, soft, also with the cards that we have over here. And I think there might be silence, maybe there is emotional distance, but there is a lot of there are a lot of emotions under the surface. Now, we have the Four of Swords here, so we have this quiet, this withdrawn kind of energy. There is resting, recovery on an emotional level mostly. You see the Cups, the Lovers. I think that at the moment this person is not sharing much with you, and probably they are a bit withdrawn also from people that are close to them. But what is interesting is that we do have that combination of the Three of Cups and the Lovers, which is uh, it's a huge contrast to the initial card. So there is deep emotional pull towards you. You have probably brought them a lot of joy, warmth, and maybe even reminded them, of a more playful and emotionally open version of themselves. It feels like they miss the connection, I think, or at least the feeling that we used to have before the Four of Swords. There is something here about feeling safe, emotionally safe. So probably what happened here is that you were seeing their energy. You really saw through this Four of Swords, through this defensiveness of the Seven of Swords. And this is for sure something that they would like to share with you. They would like you to know that they felt seen, understood by you, by your empathy, by your kindness, most likely. This is something that made them feel scared and happy at the same time. Like, is this real? Can this thing be so immediate, so beautiful? Do I even deserve this? In fact, they are telling you, why do I deserve someone like you? You understand me, you see me, you bring depth without bringing heaviness. Mm? You bring resolution and emotional understanding. And this is something that I want so much, but at the same time is scaring me. Yeah, I think that's how we ended up to this. That's how we get to the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. The Seven of Wands, I'm sorry. The Seven of Wands is defensiveness. Very defensive. Together, these two cards, it's like they are building a wall, pushing you out of their, let's say, emotional territory. They felt safe, they felt seen, but is this something that they have experienced a lot in their life? No. So it feels, even though it's what they want, it feels unnatural at the same time. That this is not my normality. This is not what I'm used to, and it scares me because I don't know what it is. I'm still learning how to cope with such a direct energy. So yeah, I think maybe you pulled away, maybe they pushed you out, but here there was conflict, and this conflict was very internal. I think the Four of Swords is setting the vibe for the entire connection. Things that have been deeply felt, peace of mind that has been delivered through this connection, things that haven't been expressed, both positive and negative, tension that hasn't been resolved. So yeah, I think here we are referring to the childhood trauma. So is this normality for me? Is being understood and being seen something normal? No, it's not. So what do? I push it away. I'm scared. I need to go back to what I consider normality. Okay. So the internal struggle here is the number one thing that is blocking this connection, not their feelings or their lack of feelings. No, because I think with these cards that we are very aligned emotionally. Now, so the wounded part of themselves comes forward and says, no, danger, this is not what you're used to, withdraw. And of course we get to the Five of Swords because they are withdrawing in a territory that is very hostile towards them, but it's what they are used to. Okay. So what they wish you knew, if we have to summarize that, they're saying, I wish to be like you. And why do I deserve someone like you? So there's admiration here, real admiration. It feels like they're putting you on that emotional pedestal. Okay, we feel the same way. Our emotions are neutral here. But you know, look at you. You're handling this with a light vibe, with a bonding, with a positive vibe of the Three of Cups. While for me, this is all too much. For me, this is a Five of Swords. This is a judgment. This is, you are asking me to build in cooperation. We can build together, but I don't know how to build. I have to learn. So I want to be like you. Mm? And then, okay, of course, they have to heal. They need to heal. They are still healing, closing karmic cycles here. Absolutely. And then they are telling you, I have to let you go to find myself. So this card is making us understand that there was withdrawal. This withdrawal over here from the bonding of the connection, a decision that is still pending here. And this person is moving away, letting go, pushing you out of their territory, like we said. Why? Because they have to learn, they have to understand, they have to figure out what this thing is. Because you know what, you have given for a moment, you have given to them something that they have never experienced. So this is not so much about your connection at the moment. It's about them really going back to whatever they have experienced in the past and process everything and realizing many things about their past. So it's not simple. If I consider, if my safe space is so chaotic, so erratic that it makes me feel safe, dysfunction makes me feel safe, it's something normal to me, something, I don't know, okay for me, it means that there is something wrong about me and I have to learn to walk new paths with you, release past burdens. You are the trigger, of course, here. You're bringing forward new energy, and I have to push away these burdens and start from scratch. So, yeah, it's a major, of course, awakening here. Very, very difficult for them. Yeah, so we have abandonment, most likely, fear of not being enough. What is this person doing? They have pushed you away out of fear that sooner or later you would push them away and they would experience the same painful situation with this childhood trauma, whatever that was. So this is what happened, I think, with these cards. No, the energy doesn't feel manipulative. It feels emotionally raw. Okay. So we do have a very positive part here. The overall energy is moving. This Three of Coins, Page of Coins. The Page of Coins is about I'm making plans. I'm learning how to create new patterns, how to allow certain things to come in my life. The Three of Coins is a great support for this little page over here because it shows intention. I will build. I will build. I'm afraid, okay, but In the future, we have movement, and we also have cards of immense, important movement, awakenings, healings, upgrades, communication, growth. We have very beautiful things. So they have started already their emotional work. And in the most simple way, why is it supposed to be the dysfunction, the Five of Swords territory? Why is it supposed to be something okay for me? Why am I defending myself from my own happiness? What's going on? Why is it all too much? So instead of running away, feeling scared and freaking out and shutting themselves down, with the Four of Coins, for example, we could see as well here, what do? They do all this, but they are asking why. Why is this thing okay for me and not the opposite? Why am I not allowing myself to be happy? I will build. I want to build. I want this. So they start thinking very practically, and I like that. This is the moment where they are saying, you know what, when it comes to emotions, there is something wrong right there. So let me see what I have on a practical level. Very good approach. And they're saying, how can I show up here? What can I do? What message can I deliver over here? What can I do? From the Page of Coins to the King of Coins. This is not something small, okay? The Judgment is the key, is the realization. Of course, it is expressing also regret, pain, all of these things. But this person is channeling these emotions like a pro towards actions. And they are saying, I'm not in a point of clarity where I can do something with all of this. I don't know how I feel, and I don't know why I'm making the choices I'm making. So what am I going to do? I am going to take action, but not driven by my emotions, but by the potential and by the reality that I see here. The Eight of Wands is clear movement, and it's immediate movement together with a rider and this horse that I more or less see carrying the same vibe with the rider. We have immediate action. So they are coming out of this emotional silence, I think. The overall vibe is not going to happen necessarily tomorrow, but it's not something distant. You do have January, for example, which is how long? A couple of months from now. Yeah, 2 months from now. It could be even sooner. It could be sooner. A communication that is very structured. This person is offering not necessarily a new beginning that is extremely well defined, but they are coming back to build a structure with you, to start something, to see where that something is going, but with effort, consistency, and presence. Okay, these are no, they're not playing games here. This is not somebody who is lying or trying to get something out of this only for themselves. These are cards of somebody who wants to build. Now, you have over here these cards: a house, birds, woman, rider, and cross. So a heavy emotional cycle is what we see here. Karmic, I think, deeply spiritual, deeply karmic. The rider and the birds together shows the nature of the communication. There is going to be a bit of tension. There is something direct. I don't see this as a written message. I see this as communication, face to face, okay? Or maybe a phone call, for example, but for sure not written communication with these things. You do have cross and house. So here we see this person facing the emotional burden of what has been, what I have been carrying emotionally, what is my baggage, what is my background, what do I consider acceptable, normal, and what is my comfort zone, how dysfunctional is my comfort zone. This is the realization. And the work that they are doing over this. Hmm? So yeah, they had to face a few things, also related to mostly to family, because we do have this thing, and now the house too. Um, yeah. So maybe you do have some important breakthrough in January, so 2 months from now. But I feel that the overall movement is going to happen much sooner, because I mean, okay, this is just a card. The rest of the cards are having this idea of build up. Also, the clover is quite immediate per se, and we do have Eight of Wands, Rider, Horse, even the birds. The birds have this tension of, I need to talk now, kind of thing. And the Page of Coins is also the messenger. So I think we're going to hear from them much sooner than the couple of months. Okay, so you also have Star, Sparks, and Trust. So even with all the things that have happened between you, and I think many things have happened, but we haven't really talked about these things because of these limitations that your person is going through. Despite all this, the connection is still alive. The emotional bond is still very alive. There is hope. There is warmth. And there is a nice soul level spark here. But Spirit is also saying that you needed to trust the process, to trust your own growth, to take your time, and maybe wonder what are your karmic cycles that somehow you have to close. What are your lessons? So here, it's not about chasing the connection. If you have to chase something, you could chase for the time being your own happiness, your own well-being. This is a very positive card that shows that the overall energy is going to be really great. It's the card of successful outcomes and clarity and closure, something that you really need. The clarity, at least, is something that is necessary here. But there's also this card that says you should accept a valid criticism. It might be for you, it might be for your person, or maybe it is something that you are both starting to realize here, that somehow we need to grow beyond our emotions. Our emotions are here since the very beginning. You do have mutual feelings for each other, okay? And these mutual feelings are actually the reason why we do have all this awakening here. So, um, they have to learn that they need to stop running from what is real, and they are putting that on practice. What is the thing that you have to learn? If the emotions are mutual, maybe the lessons are mutual too. Maybe you need to stop pursuing. Maybe you need to stop chasing or projecting your own needs onto a person that at this very moment they cannot give you for sure nothing that is structured. In fact, they will learn in the future to build, but you don't have to project on them all this potential. Maybe this is what you need to learn here. The horse here with a short journey together with the sun. It shows this short distance communication, this conversation. It gets me back to the idea that you guys are going to talk face to face type of situation. And it is something that is happening relatively soon, not 2 months from now. But I think this is also telling you that we still have a way to go before we resolve this and before we have our answers. So don't rush for that thing. This person is admiring you. They are working on themselves, despite the fact that they are a bit idealizing you. I think they are idealizing you a bit. On the other hand, you are projecting on them the version of connection or relationship that you would like. So these are two things that need to be resolved, and they want to resolve this, because apart from this idealized version of you, they are like ready to connect to this reality and say, okay, let's see what we can build. And this is rare, this is beautiful. It shows awareness, and it is also that thing that is building long-term potential. Okay, so yeah, this is what I see. Let me know what you think. Does it make sense with your connection? How do you feel about that? You can like and subscribe, of course, if you liked it. And thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. If you have chosen the Lapis Lazuli and the Moon card, this is going to be your reading. So what do they want you to know? Two of Coins, Three of Wands, the Emperor, Six of Wands, Two of Cups, Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands, Crossroads, Tower, Stork, Fish, Book. I was hurt by you. Please do what is best for your heart. No one understands me but you. I am better with my mind than my heart. One more. I don't want to be alone. Eight of Coins, Justice, Seven of Wands, Nurture. Nurture your relationships like blooming flowers, they will flourish. Surprise. Romantic surprises are on the horizon, be open to them. Twin flame. Trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame. It will guide you towards them. Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman. Wrath, sorrow over a loss. Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. I'm going to put this right here with the other tower. Scales, keep your life in balance. Wow. With the Justice, of course. Tent, temporary situation. Not unsuccessful plans. Okay, let's talk about these things here. This is a very interesting pile because we do see the Two of Cups, for example, somebody who has feelings here, but at the same time, we have somebody who wants control. The Emperor here is about control, is about holding onto the facade, the Six of Wands, and that Two of Cups is something that they want from you. They want to achieve partnership, connection, but this thing comes at a price. The Eight of Cups. In order to take action, they have to come down from their own throne, from their own status. So they have to go through this, I don't know, minor or major, I don't know, ego death for sure. Somehow they have to leave behind a bit their pride to come forward. And I think this is going to be the narrative of the overall reading, their ego and how they're gonna overcome the limitations of this this approach. And this, of course, is making them a bit overly emotional, all over the place, and they are juggling between these two mindsets. The Two of Coins and the Three of Wands shows that they are trying to stay balanced. Okay, I'm trying to maintain something here. I have to keep going with this. Maybe I want to act like I'm fine. Everything is fine here, but things are not really fine. The Three of Wands shows number one, contemplation towards, something new. I'm exploring what is out there, what other options. I'm making specific plans, and I start taking the next step, the first step towards that new world, new plan. So yeah, we see somebody who is trying to juggle their current situation, their current status, their current mindset, maintain that balance, whatever that is, to keep their life in balance, and at the same time see how they could potentially pursue a successful union with you, whatever that means. Overcome struggles of the past, build something new, rebuild the connection. It depends on your situation, but in their mind, success is supposed to be that Two of Cups, the union. But how are we going to make that happen? I have to take action. I have to probably swallow my pride if I have messed up in the past. Now the Tower has been appearing again and again and again, which in the case of the Lenormand and together with the Emperor, think about it as a lonely Emperor. Okay. So this connection means something real to them. Okay, there's no doubt about that. We have feelings. We see that these feelings have a practical potential and we want to pursue it. So that's a fact here. This bond is not one-sided, is not in your mind, but we are struggling with the execution of this plan. And we see that Eight of Cups, and I think the Seven of Wands and the Justice. This is where we need to stop for a moment, because here we see the pride, the emotional withdrawal. So the Emperor and the Six of Wands is the facade, what they are showing to you, that they want control, that they want certain things to happen in their own timing, in their own way, right? They have this thing under control. But what is happening underneath is here, in these 3 cards. And we see somebody who is prideful, feeling guilty, dealing with unresolved or probably karmic things that they have been carrying from their past. And they don't feel as confident as they are trying to show here with this emperor. So this need for control is a result of insecurity. I'm insecure, so I'm trying to control and handle everything that is happening around me and everything that is happening within me. So what am I doing? I'm avoiding any type of nurturing. And the card here, in order for this thing to flourish, it needs nurturing. The feelings are there. The potential is there. You all have your things in place here. But if you're waiting for this person, you're waiting for them to reveal their real feelings, what they are doing, and nurture the relationship so we can see this relationship bloom like a flower. Yeah, they are telling you things like, I was hurt by you. No one understands me but you. And I don't want to be alone. But sorry, who is forcing them to be in this situation here? This is loneliness. Solid foundation, success with effort. Now, I don't know if this is about their success or their need for control. The effort. The success can be there, but I don't know. Probably they have some form of success, seeing the 6 of Wands and this tower. But overall, we see somebody who says, I don't want to be alone, but all they do is pursuing this loneliness. They are walking away. They walked away from the 2 of Cups. So yeah, they have feelings, important feelings, but they don't know how to handle them. They said things or they have pulled away. They said things that they were shutting this connection down, literally. Or maybe they didn't say things that were actually helping the connection. Their communication was the communication of somebody who is walking away, whether this is actual words or body language, I don't know, behavior. Okay, and now what are they doing? They are facing the consequences. They are dealing with emotional fallout. What were you supposed to do? Run behind them? Oh, no, don't go into hermit mode, please. Of course not. Okay, this person is not heartless. They didn't do all this because they wanted to hurt you. Eventually, of course, they hurt your feelings, obviously. But they are very overwhelmed and their pride is not allowing them to let these feelings flow. I want you to see here, we have the crossroads, and the crossroads are showing 2 choices, 2 paths. One path is the emotional flow. Emotions are flowing. I am capable of coming to terms with these emotions. I'm not defensive. The other path is the dark path here of the book, where I close, I shut down my emotions, and I'm not going to talk about this. Okay. So what do they wish you knew here? I think what they want you to know is that you are very important to them, because this is the number one thing that they are not capable of expressing at all. Okay, you understand them. You get me. You understand me. I'm not expressive. I'm not showing you how I feel, yet you know how I feel. They also feel like they cannot really give you what you deserve. I don't know if they actually mean this on a practical level, but through the cards, I see somebody who is consistently shutting down the potential, shutting down the great potential for success constantly. So this is somebody who is giving you control instead of softness and emotional openness. In fact, I am better with my mind than my heart. What do you want? Control, effort, handling, shutting down feelings, avoiding. That's me. That's what I do. The moon, that has been the symbol, let's say, card of the pile, is very, very good in this case, because this is somebody who is full of emotions, but all of these emotions are hidden, shadowy, and messed up to this idea. So I'm walking away. I want to rush towards you, but I'm walking away. So at this point, they're telling you, please do what is best for your heart. So they might show up with this idea that, yes, I care, but maybe I'm not showing up in a consistent way. So at this point, you have to prioritize your well-being. I think, with this level of emotional attachment that they have to you, this is more like fear of abandonment. Do what is best for your heart. So I'm not really taking a very clear step forward at the moment, but at the same time, please remember that you have something mutual with me, and don't abandon me, because you are the only one who understands me. So your person is more fragile than what they want to show. And then we get to what they can actually do. We have 8 of Wands. We have the 8 of Coins also, is good. Justice twice, by the way. And the Emperor. The scales here, the way they are designed, I think they are also talking about the mutuality of emotions, and that somehow this person decides to really nurture a connection so this thing can grow. It reminds me both the 2 of Cups, a nurture card, and the Justice at the same time. So this is like a promise that they will do the right thing. That, I will do it. I will do the right thing. And, you do have the 8 of Wands. So I think that this person is going to reach out soon, especially if they have been quiet for a while. Now, the 8 of Coins, what they do best, resolve things on a practical level with effort. So the success of this situation will come forward with effort. This effort shows that, number one, they're going to take action, and number two, that it's not going to be easy for them. So whatever this message is about, it's going to come forward after a lot of thinking and a lot of concern. How this thing is going to affect me, what type of thing am I showing to you, who am I really, okay, all of this. So yeah, it can also show that, right now I'm struggling, for example, with something that is related to work, practical issues, all of these finances, financial situations. So I will come forward to you once this thing is settled, or maybe they have something practical going on. The Tower is also about formality. Okay. So it could be, for example, a legal issue here pending, for example. Okay, Justice is exactly what we have said with the scales. I know I have to make things right here. I want to make things right here. And, I will do it. Then we have Storks, and all the sequence together, actually. It's obvious that there is a transition from the Emperor to something lighter. Let's call it 8 of Wands here. So I think, yes, they are kind of going through this period of growth with you. The situation that you are experiencing right now, you feel like, look at this, look at the sadness. This woman might represent your energy, not in terms of gender, but in terms of waiting expecting from this person to give you some sort of feedback, action, closure. So you are on the receiving end of this energetic dynamic, okay? And what have you experienced until now? Sorrow over a loss. So somehow in your mind, this thing is done. And unsuccessful plans. I tried to create a knot here. I tried to create something, but it didn't work. But what you don't see, I think, is that this situation is quite temporary and will soon change with their actions. They're about to take action. So in front of them, there is still this question, oh, what am I going to do with this? Am I letting my feelings flow, or am I shutting this thing forever? I think they are moved by this, by their need to make things right and give some closure to all of this and give some answer both to you and to themselves. The fish can also show that they are emotionally invested, but these emotions are running underground. They are not really showing you. So maybe they are reaching out to see how this thing is going to go, and if eventually you're still available and not having buried completely this connection, this person is going to open up this book and show what they have to share with you, whatever that is. Now, we have pulled a lot of cards that are about temporary emotional blocks. Okay, we have this person who is not opening up emotionally. They are still thinking about the connection. They want to make things right and create a successful union with you and see where this thing is potentially going. If I try to read the cards looking for potential, so, okay, they're going to come forward. What is their goal? This is it, clearly. This is a very public type of union, okay, very established. It is absolutely normal for this person to pursue something very established, traditional, very clear. Why? Because that's their nature. They want to maintain their emperor energy. They don't want to change that. So they cannot do that in a hidden space, in a hidden connection. They have to bring their status into the connection. Okay, so this person is not coming to create something temporary or something casual. They are coming forward in a very serious manner, okay? They just need their time to deal here with whatever is going on behind the scenes, and we have seen a lot of that. This in the meantime, you feel like this thing is over. This is what I think you are going through. I think you both need time. You need to heal from this sense of loss, and you need to understand that even if they reach out, if you are in a space of loss and sorrow and all of this, you know, their communication is not going to make you happier. It's just going to, maybe it could even create some doubts. Like, what do you want now? So you need to learn to build up your own healing from whatever you have gone through. Okay. I'm not telling you, of course, that they are not accountable and are not responsible. Absolutely, yes. But you cannot allow them to be responsible for your healing. Your healing is your own thing. And from a healed space, you will decide whether you want to give this person a chance or not. Okay, not from a feeling of loss, a feeling of poverty, but from a feeling of balance. So this is also valid for you. So yes, I think in terms of timing, we don't see somebody who's going to take, like, oh my God, 3 months to reach out. It could also be something that can happen next week, in a couple of weeks. But it is mostly related, the timing is mostly connected to how you feel about the situation. Don't get stuck into this vibe of sorrow, like we have said. Okay, move on from that. Is it easy? Of course it's not easy. Of course it's not easy. But work on this. That's what the cards are suggesting you. So the communication will come, but needs to happen from a healed space. The communication per se is not enough to hold this vibe. In fact, yes, okay, you're going to be surprised. I think it makes sense because you're not expecting much from this. But if this is actually a twin flame vibe, your healing and their healing is very important for this potential that we have seen over here to flourish, okay? So this is not a type of situation that is destined to succeed. Your handling is going to be very important for the success of this union, and of course, their handling here. And remember that with this type of vibe, this can be very protective, very nurturing. Okay, that's the light aspect of this energy. But there is also a shadow aspect of somebody who will try to control, who will try to dominate situations when things get difficult for them to handle emotionally. So this is why you need to operate from a healing perspective. And you need to come forward with clarity on what you want and on what you are willing to accept in a connection, and build this thing from a space of two equal parts. So you are called to get into this connection with the idea of resolving the power dynamics. Your person is representing the power dynamic, that who is in charge here. I'm going to be in charge. This is how it works. And you are called to show them that, you know what, nobody is going to be in charge here. This is going to be a connection that is going to be nurtured by two equal parts. That's your role, and that is your lesson. This is what I see. So, of course, let me know what you think. Let me know if it makes sense with your situation, with what you have experienced. If you liked it, yes, you can like and subscribe. And thank you so, so much for watching, guys. Bye-bye. If you have chosen the Sun card and the Citrine Stone, this is going to be your reading. So, let's see. What do they want you to know? King of Cups. Nine of Wands. The Emperor. Ten of Cups. The Magician. Eight of Wands. And 10 of coins. These feelings are eating me alive. I am better with my mind than my heart. I wish I could be fully honest with you. You were right. I can't promise you anything. Book. Okay, there. Stork. Crossroads. Dog. Key. Knight of Wands, Ten of Coins, Queen of Swords. This is very positive here. We will see. We have the Ten of Coins twice. We have the Ten of Cups, the Emperor. We have many beautiful things. Heartbreak. Heartbreak is a part of the human experience. It will pass. Boundaries. Love may challenge your boundaries. Protect them. Oh, sorry. Got one more. Connection. Love is the bridge connecting souls. Cherish those connections. Shield. You need to defend yourself. Again, this is the second time that we see this with the boundaries. Man. Dealings or relationship with a man. Fly. A period of ill health, depression. Ear. Good news. Candle. You will be shown the way. Okay. Okay, so the first thing that we see here is emotional pressure. We see some cards that are very, very positive, I have to say. Ten of Coins twice, Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands, the Emperor in combination, of course, with the rest of the cards. So we have some pretty good things happening. And it makes sense with the Sun, the card that you have chosen. But we also see a lot of pressure to get there. It's not straightforward. This is the potential. This is what they will pursue eventually. But you can see that for the time being, your person is kind of, protected behind their Nine of Wands. So I think they have feelings for you, because you cannot unsee this energy. You have the King of Cups, so this person is connecting to all of this narrative from an emotional perspective. And despite their defensiveness, we see that they are not letting go this connection, and they are approaching everything with cards like the Ten of Cups. So feelings, stability, translation of these feelings, of this ideal potential that you are bringing forward into something stable. And then we have the Knight of Wands again. So they are struggling to stay in that emotional flow, but that thing is there. They are trying to stay in control, of course, with the Emperor, but I think their emotions are showing up anyways, very clearly. So they're telling you, these feelings are eating me alive. I think this card says everything here. They feel deeply, they haven't let go of the connection. They are not avoiding their feelings. They know they have feelings. But they are also very tired with the Nine of Wands. They are guarded. Maybe they have been through a lot. Maybe this connection has pushed them past their comfort zone. Probably. But there is also a lot of emotional respect. This is why you see the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Coins. There is a lot of tension between head and heart space. In fact, they are telling you, I'm better with my mind than my heart. They want to stay logical. This is what you see for now. They want to be logical. They want to be focused, but it doesn't work. So they're saying you were right. And I think this is referring to the fact that this is important. It is referring to that vision of the Ten of Cups, that you were right. There is something here, and no matter how much I hold back and I push back the connection, it is there. So yeah, what they wish you knew. I think they're not saying everything. Actually, I don't know if they're saying anything at all here. You do have book, crossroads, and this is telling me that they are still keeping some thoughts to themselves, but the key shows that we're about to unlock the secrets of what is going on in their mind, in their soul. So that key is preparing us for some action, for some movement. So yeah, um I wish I could be fully honest with you, they're telling you. So even if they're silent, even if they're not showing up completely the way you would like or the way that they would prefer, eventually the truth will come out. They just don't know how to say it without risking something that they feel is very important. It's not so much about ego here. I think they are trying to protect their feelings. This is not pride. The emperor is kind of handling, controlling their emotions. Their emotions are intense, and this is kind of making them feel out of control. Like, what am I going to do if you reject me? If I invest emotionally and you take over control and you, I don't know, you mishandle the situation, you hurt my feelings, what am I going to do? So this shield, you need to defend yourself and the boundaries. I think this is what they are doing anyways. You do have the fly, a period of ill health, depression. Maybe this is something that they have experienced already in the past, a person that has made them experience a heartbreak and they don't want to go back there. Or they are simply defensive over their feelings. So, yeah, they want to be honest with you, they want to talk, they want to unlock this emotional thing because it is overwhelming them, and you were right, this is important, it cannot be ignored. In a very silent way, they're staying loyal to you, to the emotions that they have for you, but also to, you know, to their emotions. It's their thing, they want to keep it kind of hidden. Now, I think they are a bit scared of what you're going to do here, how you're going to handle the situation. Look at you. You are a Queen of Swords. You have clarity, you have strength, and I don't know how you're going to react to an eventual message from me or my actions. The Magician and the Eight of Wands are showing movement, of course. And together with the Knight of Wands, of course, it's about movement. So the vibe here is changing completely. Here they're being defensive, they're being guarded. Here they're realizing that you were right, there is potential here. Even if I ignore it, there is potential, and I'm being loyal to this potential. So I wanna take action here. I have what it takes. I have the skills. I have a voice, okay? I have emotions. I can do that. I can take action with a magician. So this is a very real moment. The Eight of Wands, of course, is they're moving fast forward very quickly with these wands, and they want to deliver a Ten of Coins. A Ten of Coins twice, by the way. And they also see the potential. Let's not ignore this fantastic combination here. If I take action, I think in very soon. This could turn into the ideal partnership. This is a very clear sentence, your sentence, phrase, whatever. So yeah, they are willing to get out of this protected space to pursue this potential, this idea. Your reaction, as we have said, is something difficult for them. They don't know how this thing is going to go, but the 10 of coins appear twice, so they're willing to take that risk. You represent something ideal for them, and at the same time something that could become very functional, very real. It's like a dream coming true. This is why they are staying very loyal to this idea. Now, this movement is practical. The message is practical, and you are also being called to approach this communication in a practical way. You have good news over here, so what you're going to receive, the message, the communication is going to be positive. It's not necessarily resolving everything, resolving all the tension, but it sets a very clear tone on what we are looking for and what we are working on in this connection. So it's not bad. From what you are going to talk about, you will understand very clearly, if you apply the Queen of Swords mindset, that number one, they see a long-term potential with you. They're going to talk openly about that. It's not something that is hidden. Okay. Maybe they will talk about their current situation. There is something about what they're experiencing right now. So I think they will use their current situation, practical situation, to show you that, this is a difficult period for me. I'm letting you know that I haven't been guarded because I don't have feelings for you, but because these feelings in combination to what I'm experiencing are creating a very intense moment for me. And that they are very afraid. I think they're gonna leave right there a small thing of vulnerability to trigger your empathy. Of course, I feel the Emperor is not doing these things, randomly. It's all control, absolute control. They're going to show you that, you know what, I'm a bit hesitant here, I'm a bit scared because I value your opinion and your reaction. They are a bit, I wouldn't call them manipulative, they are very strategic. Their goal is positive, is mutual, but they are being very strategic. But it's something that you already know about this person. I'm better with my mind than my heart. I have emotions, I have desire, but it's not going, it doesn't mean that I'm going to lose my mind here and just go crazy over this, okay? So, okay, I will take action. I will get out of my comfort zone, sure, but it's going to be according to my rules. So yeah, it's going to be very real, very practical. It's going to have a good amount of vulnerable energy and emotional opening. But no, it's not random. It's very calculated. Now, it's good. It's not bad. In terms of timing, we have this candle over here. You will be shown the way. You have here, good news. So yes, we have something coming forward. Especially, we also have the Knight, we have the Eight of Wands. These are immediate cards of immediate action. For sure, you're going to receive clarity over their feelings, over all of these things that have been hidden for a while. The stork makes things slower. So, first of all, I think we have a spiritual connection here. So you're going to start feeling the shift. Let's start from this. You're going to start feeling the shift. Also, if you have already been in a confused state, no contact, distance, all of this is also something important, because it will make you understand that you know, somehow they are taking action. If you have gone in no contact, or you had an argument last week, the stork makes this a bit more distant. I would expect action within the next couple of weeks. These cards are very immediate. These cards are like tomorrow, in a couple of days, but we also have very grounded cards. So this is why I'm telling you 2 to 3 weeks, okay? Yes, this person is not walking away. They haven't walked away. You shouldn't worry that much. But it's also very important for you to remember that it is very significant to protect yourself. These boundaries and the shield are cards that are also connected to you. Stay loyal to yourself, stay loyal to the emotions that you have for this person if you want to, but don't run over your boundaries or your limits for the sake of this connection. They are slightly getting out of their comfort zone. And they are doing that because they have reached a point where the emotions are not manageable anymore. They just have to take action, and that's what they do. So remember this. And don't, yeah, if you want to meet them halfway, but really in a very, very reserved manner, because what comes first is your balance and is your emotional safety, not the safety or the security or the sense of commitment with this person. So you're dealing with a person that will deliver a message here, somebody who is extremely defensive, who is trying to find the way intuitively, yet they have a very specific plan over this. Their intentions are long term, but this honestly means nothing if you don't come forward to regulate this need for withdrawal that they have, because you never know when they will feel like withdrawing again. Here we don't have cards, and you need to keep that in mind. We don't have cards of healing. We don't see somebody who wants to heal, who wants to change. This is somebody who says, oh my God, this is too much. Let me get out of my whatever territory. Let me go out of my comfort zone to pursue this thing that will bring me more safety, because I have feelings and desire. And eventually I know how to handle this. So your boundaries and your protection are coming first, I think. So be wise when you're choosing this connection. Be wise when you are accepting the 10 of coins. And remember that your 10 of coins and the connection's 10 of coins is not the same thing in the beginning of the connection, in the beginning of the relationship. This is what I see. So yes, we do have potential, but you need to handle it and set rules, not allow this person to take over and just boom, create their own status. Let me know what you think, if it makes sense, how you feel that this emperor might resonate with you, with your situation. And if you liked it, of course, you can like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye bye.